Plans to scrap BBC singer's incredibly bleak message letter. Senior members of the UK choral industry say proposals to scrap BBC singers sends an incredibly bleak message to those considering entering the profession. A letter published in The Times, and signed by representatives of the UK's freelance professional choral ensembles, said the decision was a huge false economy. The decision to close the BBC singers, announced last week, would result in the loss of 20 posts, the BBC previously confirmed. The corporation has also announced plans to reduce salaried orchestral posts across the BBC English orchestras by around 20%. The signatories said they and other members were united in our utter dismay at the planned disbandment of the UK's only full-time professional chamber choir. This decision is indicative of the persistent devaluation of choral music and the nation's rich and excellent choral heritage, the letter stated. In Germany there are 7 radio choirs, but the BBC, which rightly prides itself on being a world leader, is proposing to axe the UK's only one. The letter continued, the BBC Singers has an incredible record of introducing a wide range of people, including new generations of children, to the life-enhancing benefits of choral singing. On stretched and precarious budgets it is difficult for many freelance ensembles to match the BBC's output in this area. We are immeasurably stronger together. Our internationally revered choral sector operates within a fragile and interdependent ecology, with professional singers gaining experience and employment opportunities across the different ensembles. The BBC Singers is a critical part of that, and this decision sends an incredibly bleak message to those considering entering the profession. While we recognise the financial pressures the BBC faces, this decision is a huge false economy. The letter in The Times is the latest appeal to the BBC to reconsider its decision. Earlier this week, the chair of the Ivors Academy Classical Council, Lloyd Coleman, urged the BBC to rethink proposed cuts to classical music performing groups and warned of the consequences for the future of music. Mr. Coleman's letter was signed by 462 musicians showing their support for the BBC singers and performers affected by the proposed cuts. The BBC previously said the plans follow a 2022 review looking at the classical sector and its role within it, and forms part of a new strategy for classical music which prioritizes quality, agility and impact. The move is part of a plan to invest more widely in the future of choral singing across the UK and launch a choral development programme for new talent, the broadcaster said.